Hello, Facebook friends and family. It's your girl, Brittany Williams, with a special My Thoughts. All my followers that have been watching me for over 2 years now know, if you don't know one thing about me, I love the Lord. I love God. I love everything that has to do with God. I love church. I love to be able to fellowship with the believers. I really love God. And one of the aspects of my faith and my beliefs is the anointing oil and how God can move through the oils. And so this one is actually a mixture of different oils that I have. But at the base root of them all is the olive oil. But there was a special oil. And if you don't know, I go to Into His Chambers Global Ministry out of Federal Way, Washington, where the senior pastor is Apostle Helen Sadler and her assistant pastor is Pastor Kathy Gibson, and then we have, rank and file. But one of the things that God operates through with the church is through the oils. And I had a while back, COVID was really hard on everyone across the world. It hit us all differently, and I was no different. It gave me that 2-1 punch also, and so I just had a lot of stuff hitting me at the same time, and I was like, okay, God, but I'm gonna still give you my yes. I'm gonna give you my yes. A sister hitting them. This is getting a little hard, Daddy, but I'm gonna give you my yes. And I've been practicing the name of the oil, the Issachar oil. Pastor Kathy, correct me if I'm wrong, but the Issachar oil was one of the oils at the beginning of the year. I want to say it was at the beginning of the year that was released. And when I started using that oil, I took it, and as you saw my little bottle, I put some in my because I had a little bottle of it. I put some in that bottle, and which I use that mainly has my extra virgin olive oil that I have sit on the altar. That's why it's so much in there. But I put it in there, and the Issachar oil has to do with the timing according to God, and it lines your timing up. It's just one of the main things about it. And so it was like right after I started using that oil, anointing myself daily with that oil, anointing my son with that oil, God started realigning things that had been coming off, that had went off balance. Situation with my home went off balance. Situation with my driver's license, with me pursuing to get my own transportation. Things with my job was going off. It was just so many things. And you guys know I'm big on my being a healthcare worker. I'm big on being part of my union and as an executive board member and different parts. It was just like everything was going haywire. And so I started using this oil, and it was like constantly God started putting everything back into alignment, and things began to work where I would never expect for the help and for that miracle to come through these different ports and different entities and people. Out of privacy, I won't state their names and stuff, but it was just these different organizations that literally God brought out of nowhere and opened doors, like for my new home. It was a God thing, and He brought those destiny helpers during that season of struggle, and it took the struggle away, literally, because I want to say in that same time period, at my old place, I saw a crane, and my old place wasn't, there was lakes, but the lakes aren't close, and for a crane to be in that certain area was out of character. And so I went to my apostle and I asked her, I said, I saw a crane by my house and then it flew away. And she explained that when you see a crane like that, it's taking the burdens out of everything. And so it was as if once I was obedient to God and I gave Him a full yes, I started using that oil. I'm still growing. A sister is still growing in her yes, honey. Whew. But once I started doing it, God had just started opening doors for me. And if you've noticed, I've had the opportunity to talk to now President Biden. I've had the opportunity to represent home caregivers in so many different ports. One of the bigger ones have been the New York Times with my mother, and that came out the day after Mother's Day, which was a blessing to be able to do. I've had the opportunity to be able to talk to numerous senators and congressmen and women and congresspersons, whatever they want to be addressed as, on behalf of the American people across the board. And even after that, God was still opening doors that I didn't see coming. I would get my driver's license situation handled in one day. Like, come on here. Then I would get blessed with a car on Mother's Day. Come on, Jesus. And now I'm being blessed with another situation that I will reveal later on. It's just God has been really good to me. And it all boiled down to a yes and trusting what God told me to do. He said, just step out on faith. Bless yourself. Anoint yourself every day. Anoint your son every day. Spend time with me in the morning in prayer. If anybody, I can go, we can go in on the prayers, but sometimes God just wants your prayer to just sit down and just talk to him. Just talk to him. Spend time with him. And no, I haven't always been good with my time, but I'm learning with my yes is that he's such a gentleman. He'll sit and teach you how to grow with spending time with him. And so just giving God my yes has been opening doors that no man can close. That if you would have told me when I was a teenager in Little Rock, Arkansas, as my son called it, Arkansas, that little girl that was being just bullied beyond repair in my mind at the time, that I will be a voice on a platform for millions of people, bringing change in a way that will not only affect the present, but future generations to come. My jaws would have dropped and I would have laughed. My jaw would be like, ha, 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 ha. But I'm amazed at where I am and I'm just continually and will not stop giving God my yes. And I just wanted to share that. I think it's just an awing situation. Just and God, he'll tell you to do something that could be simple as, I have these behind me, because it's just a simple example. Hang up your clothes. He might say, you know what? I want you to get up and just hang up everything in your house. And it's those simple yes that when you do things that you usually wouldn't do or take the time to do right then because you're tired, and you be like, Lord, I'm tired, I just got to work, my feet hurt, my knees hurt, my children getting on my nerves. And he said, no, I want you to do that for me. And you don't know that because of your obedience off of a little thing, off a minute thing to you, God is opening a major door that you have no idea in the background. God has just opened another major door for me to speak on behalf of the people of this nation. And I am humble because, like I said, little old girl from Little Rock, Arkansas, who did not finish college, who has a license in the trade, and who just loves God with all her heart and allow him to use me. So I just wanted to share y'all a little bit. This one was kind of long. I'm sorry that it was lengthy, but I love you guys to life. I'm your girl, Brittany Williams, and remember, we are going to make it to the other side of this, and you are worth it. I love you. Good night.